folks, and welcome back to Four Corners of the Galley. I'm your host PBO, and you're joining me on another edition of our movie reviews. And this week, folks, I went and checked out The Slender Man. That's right, this brand new modern tale of the boogeyman. So, let's kick it off with our spoiler review. Alright, so The Slender Man. So The Slender Man is kind of an updated boogeyman, kind of slash Candyman kind of story for the modern day teenagers. Basically, it involves where you go to this website, Slender Man website, and you click on this video, and it tells you the history of the Slender Man and what he'll do. And basically, it says after 3 bells ring, close your eyes, and if you reopen them again, he'll appear for you. So these 4 friends, we meet these 4 young ladies, and they live in this small town. And their 4 friends just kind of going through life. A lot of them, they all have their issues and they all have their different things. You have the redhead Katie, who has an alcoholic, abusive father. You have Chloe, whose father passed away. You have the other ones. Liz. Liz is the successful one with the great track record and all the track trophies, but doesn't seem so happy to do it. And then you have the other friend I can't remember her name, but she's got the religious mom, but is more free-spirited and everything of that nature. So it's these 4 friends, and they're going about their day, and they're hanging out at Katie's house, at their house, because her father's drunk upstairs, and they have a bottle of vodka, and they're taking shots, and they're goofing around, and they're just being young teenagers and enjoying life. They hear about this Slender Man website from basically these 4 guys, or these 3 guys' friends that they like and kind of associate with, and they said that's what we're going to be doing. So they decide to visit this website. They go on this website. They read all the thing. They hear these doom, 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 like they hear these bell tells, and everything kind of goes weird. And out of nowhere, in the woods, this dark figure appears like the Slender Man. And so what he does eventually after this point is, one by one, each one of these young ladies starts to see the Slender Man in a different way. Well, the first one, Katie, the redhead, they go on this field trip to this one place, and I guess she started seeing him constantly in her mind, and they go on this field trip. She turns to the side. She can sense that he's there, and instantly she's gone. She just disappears. They're all on the bus waiting to find out because they can't leave because Katie's missing, and the friends are like freaking out. Oh my God, what is she doing? Like, that I think was the biggest part I didn't like about this movie. There's a lot of things wrong with this movie, but one of them is the fact that there are kids going missing throughout this whole movie, and the town acts like nothing is wrong. This girl goes missing. The girls kind of don't really react well to it. It doesn't even seem like they stress them. The next day they're all at school, and no one really cares. 2 weeks go by, and everybody just kind of goes about their day. They're walking in the middle of the night, the 3 of them, like nothing's going on. Like, everything is fine. It's no issue. And I think that really drove me crazy. So the one friend figures out a way. She thinks she figures out a way to get Katie back. She says that we each have to give up something we love, and that we can do a seance. So the 3 friends go back in the woods and try to do the seance to bring out the Slender Man. They take like a picture, a blanket, and things like that, and they blindfold him, and they tell him, do not look when he comes, because if we look at him, he'll take us. Well, of course, Chloe thinks that something's going to happen. They hear the 3 bells. She takes off her blindfold. She looks at the Slender Man, freaks out. So now Chloe goes crazy. So now Chloe sees the Slender Man everywhere, and she's gone officially crazy. And she doesn't come to school anymore, and of course no one cares, and everybody's just calm. So now you got a girl calling out sick, another one that's been missing for 3 weeks, and the whole town just acts normal. So now you got 2 friends left. Well, you got the one friend, Liz, who's the track star, who's just oblivious to everything. She basically doesn't seem like anything matters to her. She's still trying to hook up with boys and do her own thing. She starts seeing the Slender Man and freaking out. Then you have the other friend going to the library, and she starts to try to get information so she can do more things to try to help her friends. And she starts freaking out at the library and seeing him everywhere. Well, the one friend, Liz, has a younger sister who always wants to be a part of them. And her other last friend that's left ends up taking Liz, her sister, out to the woods to try to help her bring back her friend, Katie and Chloe. But it ends up going all bad because, of course, the younger sister ends up taking off her blindfold, seeing the Slender Man. So now she ends up going crazy. So Liz ends up confronting her other friend at her house about the whole thing. She tells her that she completely messed it all up, that we have to sacrifice our own lives for the Slender Man if we ever want to get Katie back, and she's sorry. She did that to her friend, and at that moment the Slender Man comes and takes her through the window, and she's gone. So now Liz is all left alone. but her sister's going crazy and is at the hospital losing her mind. So she decides that the only way to bring back her sister, she goes to the woods. She goes looking for the Slender Man and basically tells the Slender Man, take me for my sister's life. And that's what happens. All 4 of these girls die at the end for her younger sister to live. And they have this other girl in the middle of the story that's like emailing them and telling them stuff about things, but they cut out all this stuff. There's actual footage of her at the mental institution and things about nature, and they cut this character completely out. The story jumps around and it doesn't really go in story. One of the fathers ends up breaking into one of the houses 2 days afterwards, and nobody acts like anything about it. It's really convoluted. The best part is like the mental and psyche thing that they're doing with the book, well, like boogeyman status. It is PG-13. There's no blood because it's all mental. But overall, the story is just kind of really bad. And it's got one of the saddest endings in the world. I mean, basically, this man gets you, you're gone. All 4 friends are gone. The little sister lives. And this town doesn't do nothing about it. 4 young ladies are gone, and it continues throughout the U.S., and everybody just kind of goes about their day. I thought that was kind of crazy. Definitely my overall score will be a 4 out of 10. It has potential, but it just didn't know what to do with itself. It didn't know if it was going to streamline. It should have streamlined the Slender Man story and been more about that. It wanted to give you some of the girls, but not all. I mean, it didn't come through all the way like it should have, and it could have been a whole lot better. So I don't think we're going to get a sequel out of that, but I never know. You never know with horror movies. They can always live on forever. Well, there you go, folks. I hope you enjoyed my spoiler recap breakdown of the Slender Man. Thanks, guys. Until next time. Good night, Ted.